So just before we left, welcome back to The View, by the way. Just before we left, we were sort of getting into what Obama was doing and what Hillary's doing, and apparently she's reaching out to the people in a different kind of way because she was, I guess, telling her duck hunting stories and throwing back shots with the people.
Yeah.
Now, Obama said about her, she's acting like Annie Oakley.
Annie Oakley.
Yeah. Now, it seems very peculiar that they all seem to be surprised that each one is pandering to the group that they're with. We talked about the fact that Hillary becomes a Southerner when she's in the Baptist church.
Yes.
You know, John McCain becomes a young guy when he's talking to the young people about how he's hanging out there.
Remember when John Kerry had the Oshkosh Bagosh overalls on when he was in Iowa?
It's insane.
Mitt Romney was in, I think he was in Miami with a lot of the black kids, and he's like, who let the dogs out?
Yes. Right? That could have been one of the most awkward moments in politics.
It's crazy. But it's like when we get on the performers, you know, the singers who go to England and suddenly they have English accents.
Yeah, Madonna.
I'm not saying, I didn't say, because she's not the only one who's done it. Okay? But it seems
But he was talking to a group in San Francisco, basically preaching to the choir of San Francisco about this situation in the country. So Obama was talking to his audience in San Francisco.
Are you getting, we're back to the...
back to that. Why not?
I was going to say, I just thought it was kind of funny because this whole thing about Bosnia kind of has died down, and then Bill Clinton got back up and started it again, you know, because he was saying at 11 o'clock at night, anybody gets kind of loopy. But they showed clips of Hillary, and she was saying, you know, it was the sniper fire at 9 in the morning, at 7 in the morning. And it was just like, you know, do they ever does she just go to bed and go to sleep and they don't do the pillow talk where she goes, Bill, don't say
pillow
anything?
Talk? They're not dating anymore.
No, but they
definitely, I mean, he's almost sabotaging her campaign.
Maybe he should read the Book of Esther, you know, like, because she said, you didn't, the Compassion Forum, she said her favorite Bible story was Esther, and Esther was a queen who kind of was behind the scenes helping the king. She helped save the Jews. So, you know, she was behind the king helping him run. Maybe he should.
The last time she tried that, they really took her to task. They shredded her the last time she tried to step behind the king, so now she's in front of the king. She's running for king herself.
She needs to tell him she should tell him to step behind and...
Or maybe...
You know what they say, if the queen had balls, she'd be king.
And there we have it.
There you go.
You know.
But, you know, she's talking about the Second Amendment now. That's why I called her Annie Oakley. All of a sudden, she's a gun-toting Second Amendment champion. I don't know that that's so exactly her platform all these years.
She supports hunters' rights.
If she was so pro-gun, she would have shot her husband a long time ago. But you know what? I don't like this idea that the Democrats are using. I don't tell you who I voted for.
You on the show,
I do not. No. Sherry said it. I do not tell who I voted for yet.
But
you know in the general election who I will vote for.
Yeah.
But I just don't like the idea. You know what, Ronald? I repeat myself again, but Ronald Reagan said, "Thou shalt not speak negative or poorly against another Republican." And I think that they are doing, or she is doing, more to harm herself and the Democratic Party. And
by staying in it, you think?
No, by accusing Obama of things that he shouldn't be accused of. By saying that he's an elitist when he's not an elitist. When he's trying to talk to Pennsylvania and people who are losing their jobs and saying, I understand where you're coming from. You're angry. You're bitter when you lose your jobs. People are pissed off.
They're both fighting for their lives. I mean, there have been accusations
twist that
on both
around?
sides.
Don't twist it around. Talk the truth to power.
They all need to.
Talk about the Bush administration.
They all need to.
Talk about the Republican Party. But you know, talk about an elitist party. The Republicans are the ones who give tax breaks to the rich. Those are the elitists.
Wait. I'm sorry. I am sick of this tax breaks to the rich crap.
Because you're rich.
Well, you know what? Hey, we don't You know what? Excuse me. That's right. Okay, do you have any issue with how I've spent my money? Have I not done good things in the world?
Yes.
Have I not shared my money?
I'm sure you
why
have.
should I not get my $600 back? Damn it, give me my money. Hey, you know what? No, I don't get it. No, they're not giving it to everybody.
Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama get in office, you're going to be paying a lot more tax. It'll be tax for looking at it.
At this point,
are you kidding me?
It's fundamentally sound. I mean,
we are heading into a recession because of the Bush administration. Come on. You can thank the Bush administration.
What is the difference between him and Bush?
Why do people equate John McCain with Bush? Why? Because they both happen to be Republicans?
He's a clone. That's why.
He's not a clone.
He agrees with Bush on 95% of
correct. That is an absolute
He
lie.
said it the other day.
This is
not a
why
clone
he-
of George Bush.
this
and
is why
anyone
he-
who thinks that is not reading.
This
I'm not
is
yelling anymore.
No, you're not. This is why the reason he's associated is because he has associated himself with George Bush.
Right.
We had this discussion of saying,
Okay.
is it a good thing for him to wait?
Okay. I'm waiting.
Okay.
And then I'm coming.
Oh, well, come on, but let me finish. He said that he had put himself in that position. We asked him when he was on the other day, do you think you have the same thing? How are you different?
Okay.
Okay.
How?
So that's
I
the
got
answer
that.
to the
So then-
wait. That's the answer to the question that you asked.
Right.
Okay.
What was the question?
So
I
my
forgot it.
question
Question
is,
she asked.
why are they the same? And you said
Yes.
they are the same because he has
Thank you.
associated himself with that. Then
No,
why
no,
is
no, no,
wait,
no,
wait,
no.
wait.
I said.
No, no, no.
Right.
She
He
said
said
John McCain.
because
I
John
know we
McCain.
look alike, but don't mix us up.
No, I'm looking at you, but talking about her. Okay, let me get to my point. You said they are the same and they're clones because they associated John McCain associated with Bush. Well, then is Barack Obama just like Reverend Wright because he associated with Reverend Wright?
No, we're not
Here
talking
we
about
go.
that.
No,
Wait a
I'm
second.
not kidding.
Can I answer
I
the
am
point?
not
Can I
kidding.
Yes,
answer
you
the
can do
point?
it.
We're not rules. We will have rules
listen,
across the board.
You're using the word associated as if they're pals. We're talking about policy. Policy, only politics. I said to John McCain, how are you different from George Bush? Both of them are against Roe v. Wade. Both of them believe in staying in Iraq. Both of them want to continue tax cuts for the very wealthy in the
One
country.
believes in victory
The
in
only
Iraq in a way.
The only,
different
wait, can I
from the
finish
other.
my sentence?
Yes,
the
but
only difference
tell
that
the
I
truth.
could discern was that he is more pro-environment, McCain, than Bush, who has practically done nothing to help the environment whatsoever. So that's the one thing that I picked up from him that
There
was
are many
different.
differences.
Everything
I
else,
will explain them all to you. We have to wrap, but we
I
can
said
go
to
through
him
them.
off the camera, I said, listen, how can you be against Roe v. Wade? You cannot turn on women like that.
Why is it turning on women?
Because it's against women, and you
We'll
know
be
it.
right back with more hot topics. So we were just getting out of what makes John McCain different, and you brought up the Reverend Wright, and you were upset that he was speaking at a eulogy, at a private eulogy that someone snuck into and got information and put it out there. My thing about this truly is I said he associated himself talking about John McCain because he said, I go along with what the president says. That's different from Barack Obama saying, you know what, I'm hearing all this stuff. You guys are saying this is bad, and I'm going to distance myself. But here's the interesting thing. None of these guys, or gals, seem to be able to actually say what's on their mind. Everybody is afraid. We asked John McCain a question, and he sort of danced around it when we asked him, why were you concerned enough not to vote for Martin Luther King's birthday? And he gave us a couple of different answers, but the truth of the matter is he should have said, listen, back in 82, I didn't feel that this is somebody I should have done this with. Now, I realized I was wrong, but none of them do it.
He didn't say that.
He said he said it in Memphis. He said, I realized it was wrong. But what I wanted to know is why didn't he when it first happened? Because, we were talking about Martin Luther King, and everybody now thinks of King in this marvelous, wonderful way. But I remember the day when they thought he was a radical and a bad guy.
That's right.
So there's a lot, people evolve and change. Yes, it absolutely is.
And it's true. I mean, you think about, John McCain trying to answer questions and Senator Obama.
Yeah.
With
And
Reverend
Hillary.
Wright,
And
you
Hillary.
alluded to the eulogy that he gave. It was a private eulogy.
Yeah.
It is, do I think a eulogy is a place for anyone to rant about the state of
But
America?
you don't know what-
I don't,
you
but
don't know
I
what
wasn't
it
there.
was. You
I
weren't
wasn't
there,
there,
so let's
and
toss
I didn't
that
hear
away.
it. But I think that, in terms of addressing things, Senator Obama hasn't been very clear about addressing things with Reverend Wright. If you read everything he's saying, now, hear me out.
I didn't
This is
say
what
a word.
bothers me as a voter, okay? Because I was with Senator Obama from the beginning. I actually was incredibly curious, and I thought this man is great hope. What bothers me is the fact that anytime he talks about Reverend Wright now, he does this distancing sort of dance where he was a pastor and I sat in a pew, and it wasn't. No, you chose this man for 20 years. He was your
we've heard
personal
all of that,
advisor. I know
Elizabeth,
you've heard it, but we need to hear.
what is the
reason
what is
why
the
I'm bringing it
point?
up again, the point is he, just like any other politician, continues to use rhetoric to distance himself from a man that he chose time and time
Right.
again for 20 years as his personal advisor.
Just like all of them do.
And
But
spiritual advisor.
what's tending to happen is
It's not okay.
the point. But you're making a point that is specific, and I think what you're trying to say is that they all all should stop doing that.
Absolutely.
Okay,
I'm giving
so
you an
let's
example
not-
of
let's-
someone,
yes,
just like you did with John McCain.
But the thing with John McCain came out of what you were saying about the fact that no one is saying what should be said. I say, yes, that's the exact point.
Right, they're all dancing the dance. They're all
Again,
dancing it.
it's the politics and
That's
the
the-
policy.
Yes.
It's not what somebody else said or any of that. It's about what are you going to do as
Right.
president.
I
And it
haven't
is
heard much.
clear. It is clear that John McCain will continue Bush's policies. That's what
Such
people.
as?
Such
Well,
as
you know,
continuing
and what
the
will
war,
Senator Obama
continuing
do?
the tax cuts,
Continuing the war is a
continuing to
spin
put
on what McCain wants to do.
conservative guys on the Supreme Court so that they can overturn Roe v. Wade. That's what he's going to do. That's what people
That's
need
what you
to hear
assume that he
in
is
the
going
country
to
now.
do. That
Not
people-
that he associated himself with this reverend. It's irrelevant. What's
What is
relevant
Senator
is what
Obama going
he's
to do?
going to do
Senator
as
Obama's
a
going to set a
president.
timeline if he would become the president of the United States. He's going to set an exact
you know
timeline
what?
for withdrawal, and that is
Here's
not
the
going to be
thing.
okay.
Here's the thing that nobody listened to. Mr. Powell, I love him.
I
Colin
love him
Powell
too.
said, listen, none of them are going to be able to do anything that they say they're going to do because the bottom line is, you know, we are in this. We are in this.
the war, you mean?
Yes. They're not going to be able to withdraw, and we're not going to be able to stay forever because we don't have the people and we don't have the ability to withdraw quickly. The issue really is, once whoever gets in, whether it's McCain or Obama or Senator Clinton, they all have their work cut out for them because they are walking into a dookie storm like you've never seen before.
Was created by the Bush administration.
We'll be right back with Tracy Morgan. Wow.